Steve, how are you, sir?
Graham! Whee! I'm running in circles. This is Diablo 4.
This is the Diablo 4. This is the pre-order beta that we're in. Next weekend will be a open beta. I'm not going to bother with that, but I'm in this
Nah.
one. So
So,
yes, I'm playing on the Xbox Series S console. You're on your PC.
I sure am.
So we're going to put up two videos essentially, one of each. We've had a bunch of fun to do get this actually working because I've got weird ass accounts on the Battle.net side. So I've actually had to reset my account and start again, sort of thing. So my character is basically brand new, level 1. I'm Maxine in the game. And you're using your character from your PC session, which you're a level 21
Yep.
character. So you're going to rip through this game real quick for me, so that's real handy.
So, the reason being is that hitting level 20 in the beta gives you bonus shit in the main game
Okay, so that does flow
when
through.
it comes
Okay.
out.
Okay.
So, there's no progress crossover, but there is bonus account shit. And
I
it's
should
just
probably
me on the days those wargs say 20.
I don't think. I think they might have had 20. They might have had 20 on the.
I just killed a deer.
So look, so there's a couple of things here. Look, obviously this game is in beta. It's not gone particularly well for Blizzard this morning or these last couple of days. Not entirely surprising per se. But I'm not. I didn't buy into this beta to test their system, whatever whatever this is actually been, what they're using this for.
You should come over here.
Just let me get rid of those two.
Is there some sort of statue? Oh, wait. So you're a barbarian and I'm a sorceress. Your other time with the beta, you spent with a rogue as well, yeah?
Yeah, and I got to about a level. What did I get to? Level 11 with the rogue.
Okay. Is there a thing there for you?
There's nothing in front of me. If that's what you're. No.
Like in this area where I am, there should be some sort of statue thing. Maybe you're not there yet. Oh, whatever. Who cares?
No, it's not there. I can't see anything.
So there's things of Lilith in the world, where you get you get bonuses and things like that.
Yeah, I suspect because you've done that one.
Possibly.
You haven't. That's not appearing for me. Yeah. So basically, what I'm trying to get to is that this game. Yeah, I pre-ordered. I wasn't going to pre-order this game, but I decided to in the end, for one particular purpose, and that was to see if they broke Diablo 4 in terms of the game they changed. Because the last one, the time that we played Diablo game was Diablo Immortal, and that left a pretty bad taste in in our collective on our collective souls.
It was fucked on PC.
It was fucked on everything. So I just wanted to get into here just to see. Had they, stuffed it up, broken it, because then if they did, wasn't going to then bother again. Turns out they haven't done that at all. The game's really good. We're going to play for as much as we can. We'll play through probably the first couple of sort of story missions or whatever. So obviously the bit of spoiler stuff. I don't know where if this is the actual start of the game when the game comes out in June.
Yes, I believe it is.
I suspect it probably will be. There was a absolutely stunning, as per Blizzard standard, cutscene, which we will skip for this in these videos because they are quite long or longish.
And it's also the beta, and you're going to experience them when you play the actual main game as well.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see them all again. So let's just tick these things off. So we don't do this.
Aha!
Yeah. So, oops. I'll advance this. I won't worry about doing all the dialogue options. I'll just do the one that moves the story forward. Alright. And already I'm level 2 without even doing much, so that's cool. Yeah. So look, they haven't the core mechanics have not changed.
No.
You've still got. You can't. We're not. Let's get out of this town and just.
You click on shit and it blows up.
You kick on shit and stuff dies. So you got your standard thing. Bottom left hand corner, you've got your health. Now, one thing I think they have changed their health. I think because I actually fired up Diablo 3 a bit earlier today, just to have a look to remind myself what exactly it was.
Oh yeah.
And the health came up in little vials that you could pick up. But
Yes.
this time I've got 4 of them. You can see I've got the left bumper there from the controller. That'll use one. But if I just pick up one, it won't immediately fill my health. It'll go into my sort of stash of 4.
Yep.
Which assume will have an upgrade point at some point to make more 4 of them, because 4 is not enough. But
It is because I've got 5.
okay, so there's something you can do there. Cool.
And as you progress through the levels, you also get more improved potions, which you can then upgrade at alchemists.
Okay, so we'll get to the main city. There's a city we're coming. We'll get to where things sort of open up per se. Okay, so the other thing is the same thing here. You've got your standard stuff for here. You've got all your various equipment items, abilities, the skill tree. This is the thing that's a bit more interesting because I had a look on Diablo 3 because I was checking. I was thinking this wasn't the same. This was different how they laid this out, and it is quite a bit different. Okay, I might just move into the city so I don't get attacked or anything as well. Explaining all this stuff. So you still get skill points every time you level up. You get one. In Diablo 3, they had your abilities were sort of categorized. They were categorized. You had a secondary, a primary skill, a secondary skill, a defensive skill, a hunting skill, a devices skill, and an archery skill.
That's right. Was that dependent on the class you played?
I don't think so. No,
the hunting skills in that seem like they'd be different.
The category was the same, but what you get in for your character was then different. So these are all the skills that are for the in fact, why not actually? Yeah, be curious to see what yours are like, but I obviously can't see them. So yeah, so we've got abilities here: frenzy, bash, and a lunging strike. What does that do? Generate fury, does 12 damage. After bashing 4 times. Oh, I think we'll use that one. Now I've unlocked that skill. This little list thing comes here to the next set of skills, and then they unlock. Now I think you need to use 5 skills to get to this group, and then you need 10 to get to this one. So it's a little bit different. And then also these are your passive ones at the bottom here. You can only have one of these active at any one time.
I actually didn't notice the number of skill points needed to get down the actual tree.
Yeah, so you can't in the previous game you would have unlocked it with your level. Now they've unlocked it with using the skills, but they've also not done the categorization stuff that was in the last one. So this is a bit different. I'm not too sure I necessarily like it per se. It's different, put it that way.
Yep.
This is where you've got your whirlwind, which would be your area of attack kind of a thing. Requires any complete arsenal weapon. So some of these are actually require you to have certain types of weapons attached or equipped to be able to do stuff. So now I've got that. That's now on assign skill. Press Y. I'm going to attach it to A. So now I've got. Go out there.
Huh.
So now I'm using that as my main account. So you got to dodge. So that's a little bit different. I think they've done two. That's definitely different in that you've got. Those skills are a bit differently how you get them. But in terms of the actual rest of the game, it's pretty much the same. It is the same. So the upshot of all this was, for me, they haven't broken Diablo 4. It's the same game. They've made some tweaks to it. Did you get gold from that, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got.
But I think it's loot exclusive because I picked up a pair of rare item yellow gloves. So I think if I drag them out and drop them on the ground, can you see loathe fists?
I can now, yes.
Yeah. So as it turns out, when I was playing through the beta on Saturday, I got a like a yellow two-handed sword, thinking you were going to be a barbarian.
Yeah, and normally I would have been, but
Yeah.
but
You
I
decided to go
go
rogue.
Decided to go rogue in a lot of in a lot of ways.
I think I'm gonna go rogue in the main game and because I like the idea of crossbows and swords and shit.
Yeah. So the thing that I sort of now don't like about rogue is you don't have any really decent area effect stuff.
Yep.
So I was playing earlier today, and I did one of the dungeons, which still got dungeons. So yeah, and I basically, okay, here we go. So here we got on the ground we've got two health potions.
Yep.
We can't pick them up because I've still leveled up again. We're both A, full of health, and B, full of our potion limit. So if I press LB, which I can't even use, we can't pick them up.
I'm down on health and I can't pick them up. You can only pick them up when you spend a charge.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got to sort of be wary of that. If you think you're down on health, you've got to use a charge to fill yourself up. Then you can go pick up one on the ground. So it's a bit different. I'm not too sure I like it, but it is what it is. So
it ends up working out alright when you after you play for a bit.
Yeah, I can imagine it's not that much.
Here, have some pants. I wonder if you'll be able to wear those pants I just dropped.
Depends on if... Nah, so they're all for sorcerer stuff. So
okay.
So they're sorcerer specific gear, so no.
Alright.
Alright, let's do this. So you got standard stuff. I'm just going to keep anything I basically come across that's anywhere better than what I'm currently carrying. I immediately equip it.
Yep.
Okay, let's quickly go for... so you got your standard stuff. Attack, Palmer, Elmer, Life. Press the left stick in and you get this list of all the other offensive stuff. I think this is new. They've now got other materials to pick up.
Yes.
Called
the
Wine
item
and
crafting.
Item crafting. I have not seen that actually in game yet as to when to do that. So
it's mainly when it's. There was some crafting in. There was crafting in 3.
Yeah,
there
was.
I don't think you got as much materials in the world.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite as what this was like.
Just before we go in, you can actually refund all your skill points just for gold.
Yeah, you can refund all your skill points from sort
and
of.
It's fairly cheap too. Like I've got 21 skill points I'm about to refund because I just realised one of my primary skills I don't really need. So only 1100 gold.
Okay, that's not too bad. And gold you just get. Not a problem getting gold in this game.
Oh, I'm making bank.
Yeah, I'm not like my last character was like, I think it was like 18,000 gold, and I wasn't doing anything specific. So yeah.
And when you get down the end of the skill tree, you can only pick one of 2.
One or two, or one of you can only have active one thing at a time, sort of thing. So when you get down to your ultimate, so to explain that to everybody.
Yes, 25 there, and let's do incinerate. Yep, and let's.
Yeah, so here for example, I'm in the. Yeah, so you can see, when I do hover over that, you see it's crossing out the other one down below. Hit you with that thing, and then the very last one's the same. That's like a. I think there's a passive ones at the very end here. I think. Anyway, so.
Defensive, conjuration, so elemental. I've got mastery. Skill points to enable this connection. Oh, okay, so it won't tell me what this is. Alright, let's go into the tower.
Yep. One thing we must say, this game looks really, really good.
it looks good for what it is.
Yeah.
DLSS, at least DLSS on the PC. I don't know if it's DLSS 3.
Okay. Yep.
So there is the NVIDIA stuff working.
Yep.
On it. It does. I think it's got ray tracing.
Okay.
Actually, let's just. I'm saying I think. Why don't we check?
Yep.
I've got everything set to the highest.
Okay. Yep.
It does. So there's like reflections and stuff, like water simulation and stuff like that. I don't think there's ray tracing yet.
Okay. Yep.
But it does have HDR. I can't activate HDR right now because certain games you can only activate HDR if you've got HDR turned on in Windows.
Gotcha. Yep. Yep.
And native Windows HDR on this monitor in particular isn't great.
Yep.
There's some flickering and stuff like that, so I don't bother. But like I said, I've said it a couple times. I'm looking to get a new monitor at some point. And one of the things I'm looking for is good HDR on it.
Yep.
And This is basically what Diablo 4 is.
Yep. So it's very similar to Diablo 3 and Diablo 2 and Diablo.
Click on things and they die.
They die. Curious, are you playing with the controller?
No, I'm playing with mouse and keyboard.
You're doing the old stuff. Okay.
But you can just switch the keyboard on the fly.
Okay. Yep.
Eat fire. Where'd you go? Oh, you're over there. Ah!
Map. Alright, we go this. Which way we go?
This way where the health is.
Go. Oh, chest. We'll go for chest. I need gear, so I'm gonna grab every chest I can. Mind you,
Yep.
everything's got gear in it. What's this way?
Ooh, I have a sturdy hood. So I'll just quickly show my inventory. I've got all either legendary or the yellow items.
Is that epic? I'm assuming it's epic?
It says rare, but blue magic. So they've labelled it differently, but it still goes through the grey, blue, grey, blue, yellow, then the orange for the legendary. But again, I played this for about 6 to 7 hours on Saturday.
Yep.
Basically, it was, I'm going to get this to level 20 so that however much we play when we record, it doesn't matter. I've got this stuff all sorted. It's also weird that, like, there you go. You get another level. It's showing the monsters as being level 20 on my side, but you're doing, like, level 20 damage.
Oh, interesting, because on my side they're not. They're level 1 and 2, so it's obviously displaying appropriately for each of us.
So it still shows you as level 4, and me at level 21.
Yeah.
But, it's not like you're getting level 21.
So that's Archer is a level 3 for me. What is it for you?
20.
Yeah, okay. And if I do hit him, I do 12 damage to him. So I'm doing level 3 damage to him, or level 4 damage to him.
Yeah.
But you're seeing him as a level higher, yeah. So it's scaling to you,
Yep.
and you're doing the same sort of relevant damage that I would do if. Yeah, okay, interesting.
So it's not just a complete cakewalk for me. I will say that my time with the beta, I've spent on World Tier 2. Which was the Veteran World Tier, purely because you just get more XP, more gold and shit like that. Not that it really matters.
Yeah, no progression is going to really go over to the main game from this.
The only thing that's going to carry over is the bonus shit you get for playing the beta.
And getting to a certain point in the beta, yeah.
I am curious to see what the boss in this dungeon is going to be like when we get to it, how difficult it's going to be. Because I had to actively move around and it wasn't just randomly click on it to blow it up. I actually had to do some moving and things like that. I like that fire beam. It's more when you get into the open world, you see the new shit they've added too.
Yeah, there are a couple of other things, which is you can now sort of what's that?
The dungeons are very specifically labelled as such, and you can clear them.
Yeah, and also they give you a particular benefit from doing them.
Yes. Yeah, I've got I've got 5 of those aspects. One of them, progress campaign. Yep. Most of mine I've got, but I can just show my class ones. While channeling, incinerate your burning. All right. Oop. I'm just gonna switch that around. And let's quickly turn the sound down a little bit more, because even with the music down, the main sound effects are still a bit loud. weird thing is you don't get any mana drops.
No, so the orange sort of bubble thing, whatever you want to call it, is mana, is your stamina.
Well, I've got the typical blue.
Yes, mine's sort of an orangey recall. I think each character it's got the same thing, but it's got a different name.
Yeah. So yours is Fury.
Yeah, mine's Fury. So that's mine. I think when it was with the Rogue, it was blue, but had a different name. I can't remember what they called it now.
Probably Focus or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was, but yeah, so it has the same thing. It just goes down. Why can't I? Oh, so,
and you get a 5% bonus for being near another player. Double this effect if they are your party member.
Oh, okay.
So we're each getting 10% bonus XP.
Yep.
And I also have a perk where mana regeneration increases from not taking damage.
Oh, interesting. So my actual Fury is going down at the moment, which I'm curious why it's going down, but anyway.
That's weird. Hey, guess what?
Yep. I'll stop.
So this is showing as level 20 for me.
Yeah, so he's level 3 for me. I think he's just going to be focusing on probably on one of us, so we can sort of tag him a little bit.
Oop. There is a part of me that thinks it'd be funnier if this was just level 3 and I walked through and killed it in 2 hits. So there's red pips in the actual boss's health bar up top.
Yeah.
That's where it drops health refills if needed.
Oh, is that what that is? I thought it might have
Yeah.
been... Yeah, 'cause I was playing an earlier boss in a dungeon, and I thought that might have been some sort of, like, save point, checkpoint kind of thing, but everything else.
I mean, I only died... I think I died twice or 3 times in my playing. And they were all at world events.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, well, hopefully we'll come across some of them, because they're actually kind of cool.
Oh, we will do it once we get to the open world. Or the hub world stuff.
Yep.
Oh, I did plus 20.95 stagger. Shit, I better heal. Yeah. Guess what? Fuck you.
Oh.
I also have 2 evades.
I do? Oh, okay.
So I can't remember what I did for that, but I have 2 evades.
Okay.
And I didn't get any reward because I've already done this.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'm doing this for... yeah, I've done it already, but not on this character, so...
Yeah.
Alright. So, let's go check. What do we got there? No. Oh, yeah, look for that. Bit of damage. Yeah, one thing you got to do when you play these games is once you realise you can't use anything, mark it as junk. No point keeping stuff if it's not going to be any use to you. Right. So what are we doing? There's a wire. There we go.
It's weird, like when you go up, it doesn't make me go with you.
Oh, okay. I thought, because I thought I was the leader of the group or whatever. Yeah.
I would have thought so too. But as it turns out, nope.
Nope. Alright. Alright, we'll just progress the story very quickly. If I can kick onto the right character here. Oh, the entire party must be present. Come here.
Okay.
For some reason it won't let me do it. I don't know why. Oh, it's a little cutscene. So there are these engine cutscenes like this little thing. This is.
Yep.
So I'm gonna skip this.
By the light,
Yeah, good point actually. I can't skip it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You can't?
We
No.
haven't any coin
That's
to
odd.
offer. But we have good stew, good
Interesting.
company, and
Stay for a pint.
I'm hitting escape, spacebar, clicking the button.
we'd be
Nothing yet.
honored if you'd join us.
Weird. Oh, I'll wait. So we have been joined by an NPC character. I think his name is Isif or something.
Yosif.
Isif.
I think this must be like set in some sort of like Russian equivalent. Because a lot of the names have very Russian.
Oh yeah, and
like,
they've definitely got that sort of accent to them as well, for sure.
Hello, I am Yosif. Whoop, and I'm passed out.
So what?
I'm still can't skip the cutscene.
Oh god. Okay.
So on my side, you see me about to get picked up by Osman and dumped and all that sort of stuff.
Well, I've taken out the. Very interesting once you've come back from that.
It's gonna be curious to see what happens on that front.
Yeah, because I've done the next part of the story.
Hmm.
I've spoken to. I've taken out their 4 enemies. I'm now about to speak back to this guy. Yep.
Oh, Osman, you didn't need to spit there. That was disgusting. Yeah, I don't know why I can't skip this.
Yeah. All right.
Particularly because I skipped this when I played through the. Oh, maybe because when I played through it the first time, I skipped it.
Yeah. Okay.
But you're playing through it technically for the first time, aren't you?
Yeah, on this character I am. Yeah. I think I'm going to be getting a.
There we go.
Only fire can cleanse the darkness.
Yep, there we go.
Have a look inside.
So I just alt tab. So people watching mine would have seen the video frame rate chunk up badly because I alt tabbed to make this to refocus this, which then allowed me to skip the cutscene for some reason.
That has happened on not on this on another game actually. Same thing happened. I've lost audio and everything, but the game lost focus on what I was playing or something. It was really kind of odd. Right, this will be another cutscene, so we'll get through this hopefully. There we go.
Oop, we're outside now.
Yep.
Thank the light.
Which this part was the first time you see the big bad.
Yep, which is why I just skipped it all. So,
Yep.
I thought the darkness had swallowed.
so get conversation.
Find the hermit's cabin.
Alright. So we've almost done the first, I don't know what it's actually, not the first quest. Yeah, again, we'll get into the main app. This is kind of a bit of a little bit sort of, so there are things that, it doesn't, when I played that the first time, the character said something.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I said, when the storm goes, I'll be able to go
Oh,
through
yeah, it
there
does
and
that on
stuff
certain spots.
in certain spots, and I thought that was one of them, but obviously not. Alright.
There's also interactable passageways. Like, in the world. We haven't got to any of them yet. But there's you can climb up cliffs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was going to say, we'll hopefully come across some of those as we work through this area. But yeah, so they've made a bit of a, the game has always had verticality in terms of the environment.
The wrong way.
Are we?
Yeah,
Oh, we have
down
to-
here.
Yep, you're right.
There we go. So there should be there's a Lilith statue here too.
Yeah,
You
there was
might
one.
actually
Yeah, be curious if I see it in this one because
Ultra Lilith.
Yep, I do. So these are well, we won't. Lilith is the bad person in this particular storyline.
Lilith is Diablo.
Yeah, exactly. So when we get to the main, so I don't think we're going to see it. No, when we get to the big city, which we're aiming to get to, this sort of area, I don't know how to describe it, like region stuff unlocks or becomes thing, which is I think is new. So I'm just going to quickly check my ability. Oh, expertise, that's new. Ooh, a road didn't have that. That's different. Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, but Rogue didn't have that as a tab. I just had character and abilities. Interesting.
I've only got character and abilities too.
Yeah, I've got an expertise, weapon expertise, one-handed expertise. I can upgrade that
Yeah.
by using, what am I using? How am I doing
That makes sense though.
What am I actually upgrading it with though? Oh, 0 of 15,000, must be XP I suspect, looking at the numbers. Interesting. 8 grade axe. Ooh, I'll grab an axe, why not? Yeah, 14 damage.
Ooh, I can do one of my side quests while we're over here.
Okay.
Don't mind me, I'm just fighting a bear.
Cool.
Oh no!
just so people know, we can't see each other's screen even though we're in the same game.
So what level was that bear for you?
I didn't get a chance to look at it actually, if I'm honest.
Oh.
I'd have to look at the video to see what it was at. I'd like to think in my small way I helped.
Yeah, you're about to hit it.
I was about to hit it. I think I may have at least swung at it.
That's weird. So it shows me the highlighted area where I can come and get this axe for this side quest, but I can't actually find the axe. I'd say that's some beta jank.
No, that's just an area you've got to look in.
Yeah.
To be able to do
There's nothing there to look. There's no axe there for me to find.
Oh, okay, interesting.
At least I can't see it. The map actually shows your path too.
Yeah, it does. It can do. Yeah, especially if it's to a main objective anyway. Yeah. So you can see on the map here and on the mini map in the top right hand corner, we've got this looking like a cellar, like it's a cellar door symbol.
Yep.
So let's go do that. I'm going to the Ice-Worn Cellar. It's a little side thing, so we'll go... Oh, I've got a skill point to do. What are we going to do? I want Whirlwind. What's that?
Swing around.
Yeah, that sounds exactly what we want. We want some area of effect stuff. Now, I think I might actually need to equip that. Because I can't.
Uh-oh.
I'm out of mana.
Oh no! I'm out of mana.
Where was it? Where is it gone?
What are we looking for?
I'm trying to assign Whirlwind. Maybe I have done it. Okay.
You can't put skills to the other buttons yet.
Yeah, I've got two buttons. I've got an A and an X available to me, but
Okay.
for some reason I'm not sure it's actually putting. Oh, it is there. I'm just having. Yeah, it's alright. It's alright. I'm just not following the thing properly. Alright, so did we do? Oh, okay. We actually did that.
I may have already cleared it out.
I think we might have cleared it out. That's alright. So it should now have. So on your map, does it have a little tick box next to that icon? The fact that it's been completed?
It's got nothing.
Oh, okay, yeah, me too. So I'm not too sure if that's... Yeah, interesting. Yeah.
Did it say cave completed or whatever for you?
No, I didn't do that, no.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we didn't actually technically complete it for whatever reason. I'm not too sure. Anyway,
Let's try going back in there.
let's go back in, because it should... I think I've done a dungeon before and actually completed it, had a little tick box next to it.
Yeah, it said dungeon completed.
Yeah. Have we actually...
Oh, everyone's dead.
Everyone's dead, so I'm not too sure what we... There's nothing to interact with. Oh, there's some gear to pick up, but that's it. Yeah, maybe that doesn't have an objective thing to actually finish. I'm not too sure. Alright, got a bunch of gear to look at, so let's do that. Oh, we'll grab that. Definitely grab that. Cool. So what have we got? We've got... We haven't got much on attack power. We've got a decent amount of armor at the moment. 200 and something. Right, where have you gone? So let's go and get this hermit's cabin thing. Let's do that. So we want to go probably this way.
You can also go into the map and set waypoints,
Yes.
which is new as well. It just seems like a lot of quality of life, like little quality of life changes that they made.
Yeah, that's definitely made some changes that are pretty decent, I think.
The accessibility options are also fairly well done from everything I've seen.
Yeah, same with
The old color blindness stuff's done really well.
Yeah.
You can actively choose the specific color of outline, things like that. Die, spider.
Yeah, right. Where we get? So we gotta go.
There's a bunch of challenges as you go through as well.
Yeah, so like things like this where it says duck.
Yes.
Like that's just you don't have any. You just do it. But they've got climb. They've got. I've also seen jump. And if you've seen a jump one.
I have.
So yeah, they've got those little just slight tweaks to the map basically. Yeah, you would normally just be on you'd be on a single plane, but you'd have elevation. And they actually put in sort of set points where elevation happens. Which is
The one thing I don't know is if whether or not the dungeons and stuff are randomly generated like they have been in Diablo's past.
Yeah, not too sure either. So we're now starting to
it is-
pick up these bite bearing, which is this one of the many. So if I go into my abilities, go into my stats, you're going to go into my inventory. All this plants, ore, skins, monster pelts.
As we'll show
Yeah,
that
all-
online.
All this stuff is
I've got lots of it.
is a new aspect of it, which I assume is upgrade materials of some sort. Yeah, I think that we need to go for
Burn the deer! Whoops.
building something in the middle here. Just trying to get through this quicker. We've been going for haven't we been going for that long actually?
Yeah. 36 minutes.
30 odd minutes. Yeah. We're going through here.
I will say, I like the voice on this
Is
dude.
anyone here?
The character or your character?
The character we're about to meet.
Okay.
Are you hiding back here?
I like his voice.
This is Lorith, isn't it, or something? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I like him too. Just quickly skip this. Also skip this. But yeah, I do like this character as well. He's a good character, good actor, good voice actor. As with past Diablo games or past Blizzard games in general,
Freshly
Um,
turned. An easy kill. Further south than
the
others.
video quality of the cutscenes are stunning as
spreading.
usual.
Yep.
And I haven't seen any voice work. I haven't heard anything voice work. Sorry. That I haven't considered. That's really good. So yeah.
Did you know that Deckard Cain died in Diablo 3?
I vaguely recall that. Yeah.
I can't even remember that happening.
Well, that game's what, 3 years old, 4 years old. When did
Oh,
you-
nah,
when
more
did-
than that.
When did you last play through the story? I think maybe that's the other question to ask. Rather than how old it is.
I've gone back a couple of times and started a few new characters, but haven't got to the point of Deckard dying.
Yeah, okay.
I think most of the time I only get to about level 19, 20, which in Diablo 3 doesn't take a massive amount of time.
No. Yeah, and it's like maybe a quarter of the story or something.
If you've got a Corsair keyboard on PC, you'll get some really cool lighting effects on the actual keyboard.
Okay, as
That's
the
not
game
really good.
progresses. Okay.
Yeah.
Key overshot light
So when you
is
get a when you level up, you'll get a nice little color wave up the keyboard.
Yep.
The letter Q, the space bar, and the number 1, the keys where you have skills attached. They're lit up a different color. It's just, yeah, it's things like that.
Take a piece of holy cedar
do
wood
this
from the
thing
shrine
here.
and inscribe it with the seal which troubles you.
What do you write on it?
Then cast it into the
Anger,
bridge.
both times.
As the fire burns,
I did nothing.
This is a waste
Okay.
of time.
I just scribbled nothing, like scribbled a bunch of characters, make it look like nothing, and just like, this is a waste of time.
good.
Right, we're now at this
Greetings.
coffee shed. Coffee shed. That's where
Yes,
the main
Kyovashad.
coffee shed. That's where the main
It's basically Sanctuary.
sanctuary. Essentially, this is the equivalent of
So-
sanctuary.
What did you write on a little piece of wood? I'm off to the dry steps in search of that
I
pale
must
snow.
interact with him.
Wouldn't blame you.
Stop talking.
Well, it matters little, I suppose.
'Cause- 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 'cause-
Do I need
Kratu's sway back.
speak with merchant? Actually, you do that. I'm gonna go see the alchemist.
Okay. As with previous Diablo games, they've got waypoints which allow you to fast travel. Cool.
Do I have to be over there for you to progress that?
Doesn't look like it, no.
Oh, I still have a town portal. Teleport to Maxine.
So the old.
Alright, so now we've actually got to here. If I press into the options, that options, we've got this, we're in an area called Fractured Peaks. And that's all this. So I zoom out here, we've got, this is all Fractured Peaks, what we're in here.
Wait,
Each sub-area's
the
got
old
its
man sold
own
me this too. Said he
level
didn't need
associated with it.
anymore, but
Hmm.
I think he'd want it
And
back
what,
all the
so
same.
here's the level 30,
No
that's a
charge.
different area. Yeah, level 5, level 7, level 15, level 5, that sort of thing. And underneath the main sort of toolbar there, you've got Renown. That's a new thing.
Yeah.
So Renown's like a region XP kind of thing, and by doing certain things, which I don't think was so. Here, for example, there's a little side quest there, which a little on my map here. I've got a little side quest called Raising Spirits, which is actually a very, very simple thing to do. And by doing that, I earn some renown. And then if I go and do world events, we earn renown. If we go and do
Just finding locations and
finding locations, like finding areas, gives you renown.
yeah.
And as a result of doing stuff, you get these boosts along. You get these things on the way. So you get. So if I get to 200 renown, I'll get a bonus XP. I assume that's locked in, like you get bonus XP forever. I assume.
I believe so.
You get a bunch of 3,000 gold. You get the skill points. Some which goes to every character. Not too sure that means proclaimed by each character versus all characters on the realm. Not too sure what that actually means. And then yeah, so there's a part of that you just get these extra. There's that charge potion. The second. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's that. Now, a couple of things are locked on this one. I don't know if you've done have you done anything with the jeweler?
I can now.
You can now. Okay, curious
Yeah.
what that would actually sort of mean, because what that currency that uses. I assume that because I've got, both the jeweler is unlocked at level 20,
Yeah.
and the occultist unlocks at level 25, which I think is
That's the level cap for the beta.
that's level cap for the beta. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. So I might just go and
So there is a mission I can do.
associated with unlocking the jeweler.
Yeah,
Or
for the
you-
jeweler, but because because we're in your game, your world state, not mine.
Yep.
I think it's weird because it surfaces that I can like talk to them and there's the icon for a mission, but I can't
Yeah.
actually get the mission,
You can actually get it. Yeah. Okay.
which I think is just open. I think that's just beta stuff.
Well, no, it's because it's because it's my world, not yours. I think that's.
Well, I mean the fact that it's showing those things.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Sometime.
And then you get the splash of "Welcome to the beta, pre-order," which I've already done.
Oh, I didn't get that. That's interesting. I didn't get one of those.
Oh, didn't you?
Yeah.
And now there's a bunch of people in the world.
Yep. So now we've got we're into the. Oh, now it just popped up on mine. Yeah. So now we can see other characters, other players in the world as well. So here's one of these side missions. So do that. We'll skip all this. If we go into the map, I press the left D-pad. We've got the standard journal stuff. We've got the campaign on its own, and then we've got side quests as a separate tab. If I go down this one, you get Meanstead coffers. Let's go very quickly do this other. This other really easy little side quest in here.
So actually, I think I hit a bug I tried going to the world out this path out here, and you just run. I just run in the spot.
Okay, yeah,
Like
there are some sort of banding stuff that might be happening as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've also gone into areas that are basically told me to go back, otherwise I'll get transported backwards, sort of.
I haven't hit that yet.
Yeah, I've done it a couple. I've had it.
Brutal.
Yeah, there's some parts
I
of the map
like
I've been into where the game will basically say, can't remember what the wording pops up with it, but it says, yeah, if you keep going, you're going to get sort of transported back to the map or something. I can't remember what the wording is, but so obviously some parts of it aren't in the fully there in the game, which is fine. It's a beta. That's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so let's
He cast
what
off
should we
his
do? So where are we going? Which way are you going that had that problem?
returned to us.
Along this bridge. So out this bridge, out this way.
Guide the faithful
I'm actually curious what
along
this,
the
if it does. I assume it should do the same for me.
Well, I lodged it as a bug because it looks like you should be able to walk through it. Now I'm gonna laugh if I can actually walk through it this time. No, I can't.
I can.
For real?
Yep, I walked through it.
So it's absolutely a bug for me, so I can't follow you.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm now in a. Yeah.
You keep going, because I think near the actual center of town, there's a teleporter that'll teleport me to you.
Yeah, I'm just going to interact with another little mission I just picked up, side quest.
Which I think is really, really funny.
Yeah,
I'm just
that's
sitting there
odd.
on my end. I just run on the spot.
Yeah, well, I saw it do it. I saw it do it on the screen when you were doing it, but then I did it a couple of times, then I just kept on going.
Yeah. Whereas I couldn't.
Interesting. Yeah, oh, you can see it behind me now. Okay.
Look, guys, it's a bear.
The bear. Yeah, so look, we've pretty much showed you everything that's in this game so far. There's actually not much to actually show you.
Like from a like mechanics perspective and things like that.
Yeah, like yeah. Okay. Sure what that's about.
There is actually a not randomly spawning, but a scheduled spawning world boss as well.
Yeah, I've heard they've sort of had a post on there like everywhere about this. That's happening at. I don't think we probably won't get it in this.
We probably
session.
won't. I won't see it outside of ooh. So there's silent chests that you need keys for.
Oh, okay, that's new.
It's locked.
You
You need a whispering key to unlock it. There's a world event over here, Graham.
All right, let's go do one. Yep, these are. Yeah, these aren't. I think these are new. Are these new? Okay, but. Well, they've sort of got a different context now because of the nature of the game's a bit different to what it was
If
under.
you've ever played a games as service, they're not
Yeah,
that
the
new.
games, they're not new. No. This big blue dabbling thing we're seeing here. Oh, did it just? No, it didn't just end. Where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Rites of Ascension. Slay the Channeler, eh?
Alright, let's see what happens.
Out of mana once again.
Oh.
Better to get rid of these ones on the end because they're,
Yeah.
they're stopping the main one from being effective.
So there's mastery rank. There's mastery challenges as well.
Yeah, those challenges are going along as just to do stuff.
So this one is to slay the unascended before the rites are complete. Which we should be able to do.
Also got another spark character with us, another player with us.
And out of mana.
He's playing rogue, you can tell by the character.
Oh, is there another dude with us, is there?
Yeah, on the other side of the globe thing. There you are, yeah. He's a level 25 rogue, level 2. Yeah, level 25.
Oh, okay, I just see a bunch of arrows coming from the sky.
Yep, that's that one.
Oh, hey, Noose. This is not, ooh, I got orange gloves. just while we're doing this, I will say this is not the only open beta that's going on this weekend. Capcom are doing an open beta for Exo Primal.
Ah, damn. We failed that one. They escaped.
Oh, we didn't get the mastery on it. Oh wait, did the actual dude? Oh, dude fucked off.
Yeah, no, he's still here. Yeah, but the boss buggered up. We missed out on. We didn't do it in time. Whatever the criteria was for it. We completed it, but I think we
didn't get the mastery.
Didn't get the full mastery of it. So.
No. There we go. I got a progress on a challenge. So yeah, Capcom's got a beta for Exo Primal, and I said to you on Saturday night, the writing in it, profoundly stupid. In a really funny way. And just the concept of dinosaurs dropping from the sky. Really quite amusing.
Up here we've got a... Oops. So if I bring up the map here... And so that one says... So if I bring up the map on this dungeon, rewards for on first completion you get mangled aspect.
Yep.
But that is when you are struck as a werebear, you have a 20% chance. Yeah, you have a 20% chance to gain 1 spirit. That's for draw only. So there's actually no real benefit to us doing that,
except for XP.
other than the XP and what else you might gain through actually completing it. There are you can in some of them get. I did one this morning with ultimately the boss kicked my ass. Where halfway through it, I got a side quest within the dungeon sort of thing.
Yeah. And
then that gave me some decent XP and some stuff. But the boss absolutely killed my ass. Not the boss per se, it was a boss that was a big spider.
Really?
A big spider, but what the heck? It was in a dungeon. Something really weird place.
I'm frozen.
Yes, yeah. There's a couple of. Oh, there we go.
Orange pants.
Yeah, so it's a spider that once they spawned a bunch of enemies to sort of help them, and they just swarmed me, and I was screwed. I could not get them.
Oh.
Could not do it. But yeah. So what else have we got? Ooh, what's that doing? No idea.
I've seen a reliquary before.
Yeah. What else should we
I mean, as far as a showing off sort of thing, there's not really much to show off.
There is not much more to do because we have pretty much. Yeah, I'm just curious.
The only thing to do is basically just to play more of it.
Yeah. So okay.
But again, is there much point to playing more of it when the progress doesn't carry over? Probably not.
Probably not. No.
But it's still fun clicking on things.
Still, yeah.
And hilariously, this whole time we've recorded, I haven't gained a level.
Oh, haven't you?
No, I've only gained two-thirds of a level.
And I'm up to 7. So on my expertise tab, so I've got one of them is 2-handed mace expertise.
Ooh.
And that's about halfway through the first rank of that. So they must be just earning XP while doing 2-handed mace, having those weapons. The other ones have not progressed at all, except for 1-handed axe expertise has got 100 out of 15,750. So that's got a while to go. Sorry,
there is also the Paragon ranking, which...
Yeah, well, that'll be unlocked in the main game for sure.
It sure will. Apparently the main game level cap is 100.
Oh, is it? Okay.
From what I read or heard somewhere. There we go, more gold. There's a part of me that's a little bit bummed that none of the progress is going to carry over.
Yeah, I can understand why it's not there.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I mean, like I said, I'll start as a rogue because I like at least in Diablo 3, the rogue abilities where you're just basically creating a stream of hot death coming out of your crossbow.
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's really entertaining.
I went into Diablo 3 and did that this afternoon just to look at what I had.
Fun, right?
And it's bloody awesome.
Were there a bunch of gifts there waiting from me?
No.
Oh. Because I remember when I was playing Diablo 3 on the PlayStation, I sent you a bunch of gifts. Or maybe we were both playing at that time. I don't know.
What do I want here? What's that?
Ooh, I discovered an area.
3 enemies doing 7 damage. Ooh.
It is kind of cool that they do level it. They do scale it for each individual. Which I'd imagine would be a fucker to actually program.
Oh yeah, I don't know how they've done it, but yeah.
There's a dude riding a horse!
Yeah, so you have mounts in this game. That's another thing that's new. Not, I don't think we'll...
It's fairly limited in its use in the in the beta,
in
apparently.
the beta, yeah. Ooh, behind me. So yeah, I'm seeing some stuttering, which is obviously the game network code catching up with itself occasionally.
But like, given that it's an open beta, there hasn't been a lot of stuttering.
Out of mana.
No, it hasn't been much at all. No, I mean, the biggest issue's been just getting onto the game in the first place.
And even
So
then, like when we tried doing this at the time of recording, there was barely a queue.
Barely, yeah, I think. So when I started so this is we're recording on a Sunday afternoon in Australia. The beta opened, I think it was like 2 a.m.
3 a.m.
Saturday morning, or 3 a.m. something like that.
Because I looked it up on Friday night. I was like, oh, I want to see if I can play some. Oh, it's not open yet. Ah, shit.
So yeah, so it opened up. That's when it started. I first tried it about sort of 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock Saturday morning in the east. Is there no way we can jump across? And I was greeted with a prompt that said you're going to be in a queue for 58 minutes or something.
Yeah.
That was just to log into the thing.
I remember you. Ooh, I'd never found that one.
Yeah, I sent you a screenshot of that. And I thought, oh dear.
Yeah, I remember. You
But then
said that. I'm like, ah, fuck.
But ultimately, it did not take that long.
No.
It was probably in real time. It was probably maybe 20 minutes. No, what's this? What's going? Let's do the infested mill.
Yeah, why not?
And then I was able to log in, but then went through the character creation process, and I think I eventually joined another queue for a bit of time as well. So yeah, like that's been the biggest quote unquote issue. Has been that.
They just spun up a bunch more servers and things.
Yeah,
like
they spun a
that.
bunch more servers. Like this is meant to be, I suspect, at some level for them, it's going to be a load test because in a week's time, next weekend,
Yep.
they are doing an open beta. Ah,
Yeah, it's straight up just proper open beta, and whew, I can't imagine what that server load's going to be like.
yeah, yeah. I imagine that once that kicks in, there'll be a lot more. What we saw this weekend will be significantly worse.
Or maybe not.
Maybe not. Maybe they'll get their act together. Maybe they'll nail it down because they sort of know what they've got in terms of capacity. I imagine. Oh, I've got a lot of you I need to go and check through. What have we got? No.
Well, I've got dropped on the ground as blue or white, so I'm not even bothering. I'm not even bothering picking shit up unless it's at least yellow now.
Yeah, so I've picked up a shield for an incorrect character, so that's what it...
Into the stash with it. Yeah, I was, this is coming out within either on the day Street Fighter 6 releases or within like a couple of days.
Yeah.
So basically, by the time this rolls around in June, welcome to what I'll be doing for the next, I don't know how long. Mixing up Street Fighter 6, Diablo 4, and question mark.
Yeah. So I'm carrying... Yeah, so you can carry... I'm carrying two... So what do you actually... Do you carry, like, weapons? You must carry weapons. What are you carrying? Like, you've got two swords and a...
I have a Jambia of Splintering Energy, which is a legendary dagger.
Okay, yep.
And I've got a Forgotten Codex, which sits in my other hand.
And I've seen you carrying that. So that gives you some sort of magical stuff, does it?
It adds damage per second, attacks per second, Lucky hit chance, mana cost reduction, 3 critical strike
Oh, okay.
chance.
It's like it's a passive thing, all acting active all the time for
Yeah.
making. Oh, okay, interesting.
I just put
Yeah,
a
so
diamond in it.
So I've got a
Or a
so
topaz.
I've got a main hand is a malicious sword, short sword. In my main hand, offhand is a riposting sword, short sword, and in my two-handed slashing is a exploitive lumber axe.
I was going to say, I can see a big fuck off axe on your back.
Yeah, so if I was to, I don't think I've actually got anything that's using it yet, though, in terms of equipped abilities, though. Where would I need to be? Yeah, so I would have to. So frenzy has requires dual wielder weapons, which would require me to use that
Big axe.
that big axe to do it. So there are some requirements, sort of requirements for your skills. So the main thing I've got, which is the this attack, that requires a slashing weapon. So that's obviously dagger, sword, that kind of thing.
Okay.
You can then put on. So the things I was looking at when I jumped back into Diablo 3 to look at how it did its ability stuff, skill stuff, is that you would have your main ability, which I think was just a single ability. It didn't rank up, whereas this one you can rank up. You can assign.
Okay.
You can actually do.
Yeah, that's right. There were modifiers for the skills.
Yes, exactly. So there were once you activated a skill, you got the skill, but it scaled with your damage. As you scaled up, it scaled up with you. In Diablo 4, they're put in you can actually individually upgrade them to a maximum of 5.
Yeah, it's more an accurate skill tree.
Yeah, so it's more accurate, and then you can actually put on sort of I don't know what the terminology is, because on the skill tree you've got the actual skill itself. Then you've got little 3 sort of a dual thing off it. So for example, Fury, which is the main one, or Rend, which is my main attack, which is this guy, has a enhanced REND, which does when dealing direct damage with Rend extends the duration of vulnerable on enemies by 2 seconds. And then you can do an advanced one on top of that, but you can only pick one of them.
Yeah.
Don't that means you can swap between them, or you unlock one, you can't unlock the other?
You swap between them if you refund your skill points. You can't switch between them on the fly.
That makes sense.
It sort of plays a medium between Diablo 3 and Diablo 2, because Diablo 2 you could freely do your character skills and your baseline what are they called? Stats.
Yep.
So strength, intelligence, willpower, dexterity, you could just allocate them as you chose.
Yep.
Whereas Diablo 3 didn't do any of that. Diablo 3, it was just, here's your skills, pick them, and what modifiers you want for them, or the perk system, which a lot of people didn't like on launch, because they're like, you've taken the depth out, whereas they restored a bit of the depth while still maintaining a bit of control over each character build. So I've got the sorcerer, but the stat that has the highest right now is strength at 60.
Yeah, so I've got strength of 16, intelligence and willpower at 13, and dexterity at 19. But that's just because I've got the weapons equipped that are doing that.
And armor for me is what's doing it as well.
Yeah, so armor's I think 8 too. So I've got only armor of 400 in my build so far, but my attack power is pretty low. So
there's also titles.
Yeah, exactly. You got lucky rubbish on yours.
Yep.
Yeah, I picked up one in the other one in my other character, but as I sort of mentioned at the top of the video, that's gone by the wayside.
We should start a clan.
So you can now sort of extend it and use. So you sort of got 2 more sub levels beyond the ranking up of level to level 5, enhanced, and then I think they call these technically advanced, but you've just got a particular name to it, sort of thing. So it's an interesting concept because each of them do that. Each of them have that, but they're all also. I think there are also passive ones. So on the second, I don't know what what the hell the little skill tree second bit is. These are core skills.
Yep.
The first one is basic skills. On the core skills, is I don't know what yours is called, but directly to the left, there's one called. On mine, it's called pressure point. You probably got a different one.
I've got the different, like the incinerate. So the fire, but that fire beam.
Yep.
Is incinerate. So that's one of my core skills.
Okay, but that's so yeah. So how many?
Oh.
So on your off that core skill one, how many things are branch off it?
2, 4, 6, 8.
2, 4.
So 6 main skills and 2 seemingly
Sort of like smaller icons, sort of things.
like buffs, yeah.
Yeah, so I've got 5 and 2. So you've got 6
Yeah.
and 2. Yeah, so you've got a sort of different layout. So I assume these are buffed ones, so these are always going to be active. These ones here. I've got one called pressure point, which is lucky hit. Your core skills have up to 10% chance to make enemies vulnerable for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Which has got a 3 levels of that too as well. And also I've got a English fury. Basic skills generate 5% more fury when using two-handed weapons. So that's stuff like that. Which I think is sort of kind of go along the same sort of ping of the runes, which were the extra bit you could do on the Diablo 3 side of things.
That's what I was thinking of, runes.
So you had your skills, you had activate a skill, and then you could actually then, on each skill you selected, you had up to 5 runes you could then select that then did a bit more something sort of thing.
Modified the characteristics of the ability and all that sort of deal.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So that's probably what this is. As you said, they're trying to sort of lay a sort of a balancing act between those two methods of doing things. But so I think it's going to work. I think it's a bit hard to sort of tell, but obviously
from what I've played so far, I you know how I've been saying on the podcast, I've found it hard to just sort of sit and play something.
Yeah,
I played like a good 6-7 hours of this on Saturday.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this will be that game for when it comes out. So
it'll be this and Street Fighter 6.
Yeah, and I'll be exactly.
Yep, Graham's getting in Street Fighter 6. Let's go.
Oh, now there is a tick box on that icon. So not too sure why we didn't get that on icon. Yeah, interesting enough. Yeah, weird. Anyway, look, I think that'll do us. I think we've showed enough. There's not much really. Let's just get this climb one. So this does give a little bit of sort of verticality to a degree that's a bit more direct, rather than just walking up a hill.
Burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno!
I'm out of mana.
Oh man, I'm out of mana.
Got a health thing.
I would be curious if there's like, so there's this sludgy sort of watery sort of ice here. I'd be curious if the weather quote unquote changes and this becomes more hard solid ice or whatever, or if it's sort of just stagnant in its seasons.
Yeah, not too sure.
But that's the sort of thing that obviously, like, that'd be even harder. Like, dynamic weather seasons would be really difficult to do in something along these lines.
Yeah. So whereabouts do the challenge stuff show up?
So if you probably press start and then collections.
Yeah, collections. Yeah, I just found it. Challenges. Okay.
So I have made 7% progress.
I've got 8 of 441.
Yep.
Wow.
I've got 18 of 441.
Clear dungeons aspects. Oh, wow, I've not even looked at these aspects things. What's this?
They're the bonuses you get from the actual dungeons.
Oh, from the actual dungeons.
Yep.
Okay.
So, like, I think they can still be, like, account bound. Like, I think they'll still stay unlocked maybe if you create a new character.
If you create a new character, they can then benefit from that, yeah.
Yeah. Like, one of mine is for the Incinerate skill, which increases the burning damage by 20%.
Okay, so there's buffs and stuff on it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's, like, even though the beta's like highlighting the 3 main quest lines we can do, some of them we can't do in the beta. It's just basically here's the first, but it's like, oh, it's blocked.
So that's what I tried to do. Like that, when you tried to
Yeah.
do that, that's what I was getting on the screen. When I've also gone to other areas of the map as well. So, all right.
But hey,
Look,
Diablo 4 is pretty great.
I'm thankful they didn't go the like as I said. My concern when reason why I pre-ordered this or pre-ordered to get back to the beta wasn't that I knew it was going to be a disaster, and it is what it is. That's fine. It was to see if they had meant could they damage, destroy whatever you want to use, break it. Diablo, and the short answer is no, they haven't.
No,
They've
they
made some-
haven't. It's very much a Diablo game.
They've made some decent tweaks. The game looks fucking amazing as far as
I
I'm
think it looks
concerned.
really
Looks
for
really
this
good.
style of game, it looks really good.
Yeah, yep. The always online stuff is a bit of a pain, but that's just.
That sort of stuff doesn't bother me because
Oh, the thing that
I'm
bothers
always
me.
online anyway.
No, that doesn't bother me. The fact that we're online, like we're in a co-op campaign, that makes sense. We're together, that makes
Yeah.
sense. But if I was on my own, I shouldn't be seeing any stuttering as the character sort of lurches around the place as it catches up with itself. That shouldn't be happening. And I have seen that
Oh, have you?
on single player when I played it on my own.
I'm
So.
not sure if I've seen much
Not a lot of it, but
myself.
enough of it to go, well, it's obvious that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I'm getting
I wish when you killed the animals in the environment, you could get something from them.
Yeah.
Which makes me sound like a bit of a sociopath, but whatever.
It does.
Pine Hill.
Or strangers in the camp.
Hey, I found a camp.
Oh, that's a. I can see where you get. Yeah, I'll come and catch you. Uh-oh, I'm being followed.
Who are you being followed by?
Just a bunch of. The thing with Fury, you've got to build it up when you take down enemies, then you can use it. Whereas with the Rogue, you've always got it. It's always recharging.
Yeah, it's always built.
It's always there and recharging itself.
Ooh,
Occasionally, world bosses.
the
appear in
world boss is here.
Okay.
Where is it?
Where is it?
We can get there.
We can get there. Oh, this is the same one. Begins in 30 minutes. No.
Oh. Ah!
Can't wait that long. We can't
I mean,
recall.
we could.
Good.
There's nothing stopping us.
Nah.
Alright, fine. I wonder. I'd be very curious what it takes to beat the world boss. To be honest.
Yeah, I'm actually intrigued myself. Alright, I think we're in this little, I don't know where we are, some sort of camp thing. Anyway,
Pine Hill.
let's leave it there for this video. Yeah, we've got more stuff on the channel. We've got podcast next week, next weekend, which will probably talk about Diablo 4 in a bit more depth. But until then, Steve, thank you, sir.
Graham, thank you.
Indeed, we'll catch you in a week. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.